sure you tune in, dial the real 1100 AM.
Hey folks, just a quick reminder that no matter the time of the day and no matter what day of the week, East Coast, West Coast, all points in between, we are always on. So go to your app store and download the Real 1100 app and listen wherever and whenever.
The Real. You are tuned into WWE Lakeville, AM 1100.
The following program is paid for by Influencer 365. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of this station, its management, or the Beasley Media Group.
I got a little color now. We right back, right here on the Real 1100 AM. It is your host, KC Pride, and our brand new co-host, the real deal, Jeff Field, Mr. Marketology, in the house today.
What's up, Pride?
Man, we got a big show. I got a big star, and we're gonna have a whole lot of fun today. But just to get some announcements out of the way, just so we can get started just the right way, because I just saw my barber today, so I got to do it. But everybody out there in the Douglasville area, I want everybody to go over to Studio 1211. They're located right there at 6405 Fairburn Road. I want you to call and schedule your appointment at 770-485-6772. Tell them KC Pride sent you, and he will give you a free cut on the Real 1100 AM. He don't like it when I say that. Every time I say that, he look funny. For everybody out there in the Smyrna area, we are coming up on a brand new year, and I know everybody want to get their sexy on, so you can be way too sexy like KC Pride. Yeah, I gotta agree. That's all right. But I want y'all to go visit my good friends over at Titans Fitness. They are located right there at 1834 South Cobb Industrial Boulevard, Southeast, Smyrna, Georgia, 30082. You can visit them online at titans.net. You can also go in and ask to be trained by the one and only Rachel Stuckert, world champion. She is in charge of Impact Fitness, and she will give you a free training on me.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey. And then also a brand new segment, because I think when you get great service at a business, you know what I'm saying, we need to start supporting each other and doing some shout outs. So I know Jeff, he was just raving about this shop that he just came from. So I want you to tell everybody about the shop and give them some free promotion today.
No
just
doubt.
For today.
No doubt. Hey, Styles and Profiles. They down in the Riverdale area, right in the McElroy Shopping Center on SR 85. My man Eddie hooked me up. I mean, there was a problem with my BMW. They were talking about thousands of dollars. He looked under the hood, plugged it up. It was just something was unplugged. Cost me nothing.
Bruh.
He looked out.
BMW?
For a BMW.
Man.
He looked out. But I go to him for everything, though. I mean, everything from oil change to anything. Everything.
Dude, I went over to Nally. I ain't gonna lie. I went over to Nally BMW, right? Seriously, I went over there and got the car service or whatever. They did a nice little oil change. They washed it for me, and then they brought the car back to me. It looked so nice. It was so pretty. $2,500.
Oh, no doubt. That
$2,500.
But they used the good wax.
Oh.
You know, I mean,
I saw some dirt on my rims. I got to be honest with you.
But I mean, he looked out, and the reason I like Styles and Profiles is Eddie is honest, very honest. And like I said, he just looked under it. He said, "Hey, this isn't plugged up." Plugged it up. And when I say nothing, I'm not talking about like for the nothing. But,
all right.
You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars.
I pay for good service now.
Yeah, he looked out.
I ain't got no problem with it. So last night we had a great, once again, sold out masterclass.
Yeah.
Where we started talking about what we need to be doing in 2022 for your business and all this type of thing.
You were looking sleepy though.
Bro, I'm sleeping now. I'm tired. I'm running like 3 businesses like actively. It ain't even like, you know how I got 5 businesses, but I only work on one.
Yeah.
No, I'm like actively. I'm in a print shop all day. I'm doing meetings. I'm crazy right now. But we're gonna settle it down.
No doubt.
But you know, one of the biggest things though with these master classes and listening to a lot of these business owners, you know, it's a whole bigger thing nowadays versus just how do I get my business out there? How do I, just get myself out there? But people are starting to wonder, how do we succeed? Yeah. I'm out there, I'm doing my thing, but how do I keep going?
Yeah.
And it's so funny. I found when I was out there looking, going into this period of my life myself, you know, it was like I found all this help about how you get started. Don't nobody tell you how to keep going. Right. Don't nobody tell you how to finish.
Okay, how many
I ain't
times?
heard finish yet. I'm gonna tell y'all. Bit better because at least you get to go home. You don't care as much, and you get a day off. I'm just saying. Also, I think we got a caller calling in. Joining us to the conversation. We got is that the coach of all coaches?
Yeah, that's me. That's me. You know, I tell you what, you talk about that 9 to 5, but you can come in tomorrow and your swipe card don't work. You can't get in the door.
Hey, man.
Okay. All right. So the thing about a 9 to 5, yeah, you get consistent pay, but you don't know if you're going to get it every day.
That's the truth, Mark.
Let me do this right. Joining to the program right now, ladies and gentlemen, for those that don't know, he is the coach's coach. He is my coach and what helped me become the rock star. The one and only Mark Parham.
Hey.
How you doing today, brother?
Doing good, man. Just following on what you said. People get out there, but they don't know how to stay out there. They get their little 5 minutes of fame, but you're building a program that keeps them out there.
It ain't just me. Y'all stop putting it all on me.
Well, you got to be the face of it. You the one with the fresh haircut.
Hey.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about our program. Our master class teaches people not only how to get out there, but how to stay out there and be relevant.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I think that's what people are missing. They get, they put out a social media post and they get some likes and stuff. They feel like they've done something.
But you know, the other important part of it, and Jeff had to make mention of this to me. We actually doing it. You ain't learning from folks. You ain't learning from folks that, hey, I did something one time or whatever. No, you see us actively doing this stuff every single day. So you learning from folks that's actually out here. We testing the market, so we know what works. We know what ain't gonna work. You know,
right?
For years,
right?
Doing it for years.
I just think that's great, man. You know, and what makes it so great is that we make it easy for them.
Oh yeah.
You know, and a lot of times they talk to people and people get all technical with them and kind of go over their heads. But we break it down, and I think that's what's great. And we break it down in a short amount of time. That's what I really like about it.
Because when you really get to the essence of what's going on, it is a very, very simple point of what we're trying to get across. All the rest of this stuff is just tactic. I can tell you about Facebook ads and Facebook pages, analytics, and all this other type of stuff, but it ain't gonna help you grow your business. Yeah. Is that gonna help me grow my business?
It'll help you grow Facebook business, though.
Exactly. You gonna help Facebook ball, but is you gonna ball? Yeah. Are you gonna get a customer from it?
Right. So I just think that we got some stuff coming up next year, boy. It's gonna be outstanding. We're gonna blow people away.
Man, we got some the whole mindset, trying to know, getting people back into the right mindset. When you own a business, what is my business about? Yeah. Let me stop looking at Jeff's business. Let me stop looking at Nella Joy business. Let me stop looking at Miracle business. What is my business about? What am I doing, and what do I need to do it better?
Yeah, yeah. And you know, really, what it comes down to is processes make profit. I mean, if you got proper processes in place, you're going to make some profit.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know, people look for that magic pill, though, you know, and that doesn't exist in business unless you got a rich daddy or something. That's a magic.
I hate second gens, dog. Don't get me started on second gens. If you ain't the first one to do it, no. But
you know
man.
what?
Go ahead.
I think that's what's really important, too, is that next year is going to be the first year a lot of businesses are going to be able to show up. Because after this COVID thing, people are looking to use small businesses. And if you don't show up right, you know, you're going to miss out.
And I'm glad you said that. Show up right. Because I'm so sick and tired of all these folk coming up to me, and then you bring me your card, you got Gmails, you got your professional email taken care of. Your profiles ain't put together. You got 12 different profile pictures. You got this business on this one. You got this business. I'm like, bro, what do you do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I can talk about it because folks, you say that about me. It's like, this dude is all over the place. What is he doing?
But that's that segment that you about to bring out in 2022, that branding with pride.
Woo!
You know what I'm talking about? Branding with pride.
Man, don't tell me about it just yet. They ain't ready for it because we have got to stop listening to marketing. Yeah. Because that's what you're listening to. It's not advice, it's marketing. If I'm sitting here telling you that, oh my God, you want to run Facebook ads, this is gonna be the greatest thing, but I run for Facebook. Why in the hell do you believe me?
Exactly. That's what I love that.
And they don't work for you.
I love that. And they be like, well, this person said they should do this. And that's what do they do for a living? Well, they run Facebook ads. Of course they're gonna tell you that's what you should be doing.
And then my favorite example is you run a chicken joint. And you trying to figure out how can I sell more chicken wings? Mm-hmm. I know each box of chicken wings is gonna make me $5. So how can I sell more of these? And you sitting here listening to Gary Vaynerchuk talking about you need to make some more damn videos about making some damn chicken, and now everybody gonna want your chicken.
But wait a minute. What
the hell,
KC? Wait a minute. But how are you selling chicken now? Oh, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I need to be doing this.
I need to do what they doing.
Look, you need to do what's working.
You made 100,000 doing it your way.
Yeah, keep doing what's working and elevate that.
Man, it is going to be an awesome 2022. And I'm telling folks now, everybody get prepared for war. Like, seriously, because this is what's going to end up happening. Everybody feels the same way I do. Everybody feel the energy. Everybody loaded with money. I hope y'all loaded with money, because if you ain't been saving your money over this pandemic, so everybody got money, and these businesses are ready to come back like crazy, and folks are ready to shop. Yeah. So I'm telling you, next year, watch the commercials, watch the TVs, watch the ads. It is going to be insane, and if you ain't ready, you ain't going to make it.
And it's going to be highly competitive, too, because a lot of people aren't going back to work, which means they're starting their own business, which means they're increasing the competition. So it's going to be highly competitive.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to tell you, the time of the fake gurus is gone. We don't want to hear it no more. We don't want to hear the fakes. We don't want to hear the phonies. We don't want your bad advice. We don't want to sit up here with your free coach and says, let me tell you something. Free mean you don't know what you're talking about. If somebody tell you come to my free event, hey, if it ain't for charity, I wouldn't go there expecting to get a lot of business advice. Because what's going to end up happening is this. I'm going to give you an idea. I'm going to show you a problem, and I'm going to sell you a solution. Am I right?
The game is to be sold.
Not told, bro. You got to pay for it. I'm saying, but you have to think about it like this. What we're going to give you, you're going to profit.
Yeah.
If you listen, you follow, I promise you, you will profit. It's a cash machine, bro.
Yeah. And I have to disagree with you about the free. There's a lot of good free stuff out there, but
I can't no more. I done seen folks abuse it so much.
But here's the thing, though. They're not going to give you everything free. You're going to miss a lot of steps. And what you pay for is the fast track. You don't pay for the information. You can Google the information. You pay for the fast track. Sorry, my Google just popped on. But, you paying for that.
Let me try to listen, Google.
I know. Yeah, that's whole nother show. And we're going to talk about that, too. How you can automatically get in the mind of your customer. And they think that it's like magic, but it's all marketing.
Man, 2022 going to be so hot. I don't know. Mark, you ready for the ride?
I'm ready, baby.
Private jets.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And then to top it all off, at the end of the year, next year is the first ever Rockstar Retreat. We taking 5 of our top people, our special folks. We private jet all the way to South Beach, and we're going to do business. We're going to have fun. We're going to fish. We're going to do business. We got a whole bunch of folks that's going to come in and teach all kind of classes. So we're going to have an amazing time this year.
Yes, that's going to be fun.
And I might have to get a private jet for myself. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm going to give me a Panama Joe shirt.
I'll print it for you. Grant Cardone, he already teaching folks how to get that private jet, though. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
And then also, we will be starting our classes on Clubhouse. There will be some short, little brief things. And these will be some of those skill things and tactics that we talk about. And we'll be doing some short, little, very, very small, maybe 30-minute, workshop type style things over on Clubhouse, just to kind of start building that up for folks as well, too. Mark, what you got?
Man, I just got that I'm on y'all team, baby. That's what I got. I just think we got so much stuff coming up. I'm going to be launching a site for people just to be part of, to learn how to write their business plan.
Oh, yeah.
And build their image, build the business that you want to get funded. Because it's really now, it's not about all that paperwork. It's about how you look.
Woo!
And that's so I got a site that I'm launching that's going to help people understand how to write business plans and kind of network with other business professionals, called Small Business Vita. It'll be coming out. People are going to be getting an email about it. It's free to join, free to take classes, discounted coaching, just all kind of stuff. So get ready for it.
Now, Mark, real quick, because I want you to speak to the importance of this. And I know a lot of times we push you off and make you coach all our coaches. But one thing I really want you to speak to, because you are the business development guru, the importance of that business plan. Because I'm sick and tired of these folks coming in with half-baked ideas and they ain't got nothing wrote down. They ain't even got a one-pager. So just for a few minutes, just tell people how important is it to have that business plan going into 2022.
The importance is just like you have to have a script for a play or a script for TV, just to make sure you say the same thing every time and people know your story. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be long, but it has to be. Okay? So we've been teaching people how to write one-page business plan, but the real idea is getting that idea out of your head and on the paper. Oh, yeah. Because as an entrepreneur, we got a lot of ideas. So every time I talk to you, unless you write it down, you're going to be coming up with something new. So if I'm a funder or an investor or a customer, and every time I talk to you, you're talking about something different, I'm going to be scared to spend my money with you.
Oh, yeah.
But if you got a business plan that I can look and see what you're talking about, now I'm with you.
And see, that's another thing. And I'm glad you mentioned that about entrepreneurs, the shiny ball syndrome.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be easy in 2022. So if you ain't focused and you ain't got that plan and you don't stick to the plan that you start with, I promise you, you're going to be all over the place because every opportunity in the world going to present itself in 2022 for everybody. I'm making a prediction right now.
Yeah.
So having that business plan, like I said, I'm so glad that you just lent just a few minutes to that. Because like I said, it is so important. I got my stuff written down. I know exactly what I'm doing. I got the steps that's coming next. And then I'm also working on what I look like. Because we're going to also get into details this year too. Because you got to get your details.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's your map to success.
Amen. Well, Mark, I know you're busy because I'm working on that city project too. All right. So I'm gonna let you get out of here, man. But I appreciate you just spending a few minutes, man, and calling into the show for us, bro.
I just want to say you guys sound great.
Thanks, Mark.
Great.
I ain't sound good by myself.
Yeah, you sounded okay.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, what's that commercial? I got the sauce.
I take that.
You guys sound great together.
Thanks, Mark.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned during the break. Coming up, I have got the world famous Miss Nella Joy in the house with me, and we're going to spend the rest of the program with her talking about all the great things she's fixing to do for 2022. You are listening to the #1 rated business show right here on the Real 1100 AM and iHeartRadio, checking in all over the world. I am KC Pride. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Dr. Williams with Align for Life Wellness. I want to invite you to our new office at 1800 Jonesboro Road in Atlanta. Come in for a consultation, examination, therapy, and x-ray, all for just $100.
What?
Yes, $100. This offer expires soon, so call us to schedule at 404-383-1110 or find us on the web at www.yourfinespine.com.
If you want to be fine, take care of your spine.
We're open late.
And now an important message from Steve Harvey.
This pandemic isn't over yet. We got the vaccines. I got mine. You might have yours. But listen to this. Don't think just because you got the vaccine that you could just go crazy. Follow the current safety guidelines. I know the mask is hot, but you know what's hotter than these masks? Staying healthy. That's pretty fly, if you ask me. Let's unite to prevent.
For more information, visit unitetoprevent.org.
The holidays are delivering us some things we don't need: loneliness, financial worries, and stress. So give yourself a great gift: better mental health. Be realistic with your time and money. Eat healthy and exercise. Create an emotional support team and stay in touch. It's okay to be sad this year, but if it's keeping you from enjoying what you do have, seek help. In a crisis, call 800-273-TALK or text TALK to 741-741. This station is part of the Beasley Best Community of Caring. Learn more at our website.
Hey, folks, just a quick reminder that no matter the time of the day and no matter what day of the week, East Coast, West Coast, all points in between, we are always on. So go to your app store and download the Real 1100 app and listen wherever and whenever.
The Real.
This is Abdul Chestnut of AEMG TV and XOD Network. I'm here getting it in with my man KC Pride, the host of the #1 rated business show.
And we are back right here on the Real 1100 AM iHeartRadio, checking in all over the world. In studio with me, she is a world famous singer. She's known everywhere. And a hell of a PR person. Miss Nella Joy. Yeah. How we doing today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you been? It's been a long time since we seen each other.
Yes, it's been months.
I know you're busy. That's how success do you.
That's right. That's right. It's been great though.
So tell me all this stuff you got going on, because I know the show Disability World is blowing up. Everybody is talking about it in the disability community. And then I'm starting to see you in all these other specials and all this other stuff. And I saw your name performing somewhere else live. So tell us what you got going on.
Well, you know, I'm West Indian, so we do a few things.
I got 3 jobs, man.
Yes, 3, more like 10, but okay. Yeah, the main thing that I do is I'm a diversity, equity, and inclusion multicultural communications consultant.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, you need an acronym for that.
Yeah.
I know, right?
But I specialize in the disability community. So
Okay.
basically, I help companies understand how to reach and engage with the disability population.
Wow.
That incorporates everything that we all do, marketing, public relations, you know, social media, all that stuff. But really how to get from the grassroots and understand who the population is and how to connect and how to engage, because, you know, and understand how to be sensitive to who we are as a population.
No, seriously, because you really showed me that, you know, we always talk about underserved communities and this type of stuff, but we always forget about there's a whole disability community out here. Ain't nobody talking about.
That's right.
So,
and you know, when they talk about DEI, they talk about mostly race and you know, other communities, but the disability community is really never really involved. So we want to help change that. So that's what I do mainly.
But no, you also really brought to my heart, you know, the struggles of a parent dealing with a disabled child, because you know, just watching you care for your daughter and this type of stuff, just the type of level of care that you have to always provide. It's exhausting.
It is. And you know, she's 33 years old now, and this is a lifelong thing. So as long as I have to take care of myself, so I can be here for her, because she needs me. And so in so doing, you know, I have to also make sure that I'm happy, and music makes me happy. And so when I'm not doing my DEI PR thing, music is the other side of me, and that's where the Nella Joy comes in. And so that's my alter ego. That's, you know, that's a funkier.
Y'all don't know. Maybe I don't think Jeff was there, but she tore up the top 25, bro. She had a hell of a performance, bro. Like, she tore it up.
So I love opportunities like what we did with the top 25, and I'm looking forward to more of those type of opportunities in 2022. When I released my CD, Next Chapter, late 2019, was ready to really hit the road and do some things in 2020, and then everything stopped.
COVID,
And so I said, I've got to do something to let people know that I am out here and that this is a whole nother side of me. So I decided for my birthday, which is the end of the month, December 30th, to put on a little show. And so I am having a celebration where I will be performing at the Spice House Restaurant and Lounge on Panola Road. And I'm real excited about it. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be a great event. I'm going to be singing some of my own songs. I'm going to be singing some of the songs of artists that I love, like Phyllis Hyman stuff, and who else? Quite a few other people.
She's a beautiful singer now.
Whitney Houston, people like that. And so I'm excited about that opportunity and looking forward to having my friends come out and have dinner and enjoy the wonderful Caribbean food.
Some VI some.
You just have to come and buy food. There's no tickets.
Just
come out and eat.
I'm coming to be the background singer.
And just
I'm gonna be the hype man.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. And so all my friends are invited to come out and celebrate my birthday with me just before New Year's Eve.
All right. It's gonna be a fun night. I'm coming. I'm telling you, I'm coming.
I look forward to seeing you there.
Now I know you coming to our party. I know you're coming to the holiday extravaganza. Because I'm gonna clap. I'm letting y'all know that.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna be under control. I'm gonna put a suit on this time. I ain't gonna walk in with a hood. But
you give great events.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad other folks saying that.
You do. I mean, the top 25. I look forward to that coming back. And the first one was so much fun. I mean, it was so many great people. It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Everybody, I had a blast afterwards. Because I was a nervous wreck the whole time and everything. But no, it was a great night. And we are coming back in February to link to the cultural significance of Black History Month, because it is such a culturally significant event to see those top 25 African Americans has contributed so much to the city of Atlanta. I think it's just no better time to do it.
Absolutely.
And we looking forward to partnering with the Legacy Center out in East Point this time. So we're gonna have a great time.
Jay Morrison and crew.
Oh yeah,
Jay and Ernestine. Yeah, shout outs to them. They're doing big things in the city.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you know them, because we're gonna ask for a hookup now. But also you having a lot. Also, you found some a lot of success on YouTube, because you got one of your videos is starting to push up into the six digits.
My MIA, missing in action.
Oh,
that was a surprise. All of a sudden, people were noticing that video is out there. It's a lyrical video, and that whole song is really
she rapping on
call to act. No, I have a young man rapping on it. I do a little bit mini rap. But yeah, it's a call to action to our community to not take the sacrifices of our ancestors for granted, and to get up and do what we have to do, vote, and be the people that we are created to be. We're awesome, and we're talented, and we are smart, and we just need to put some things in action and not depend on other people to do it for us. And so that's what that song "Missing in Action" is about. And so it's a lyrical video that has attracted a little bit of attention. I don't know how 30 or 40,000 people have so far.
You
that's
moving
cool.
some numbers. Trust me, it climbed every week. She trying to be modest, but it started climbing up. She gonna call me talking about, Kevin, this thing moving by thousands. What's wrong? What you mean? What's wrong? Post into your music. What you talking about? Rock with them.
I know, it was pretty cool. So I'm looking for all of my other things to start doing the same thing. My "Can You Handle This" song, which is also going to be sung on my birthday.
Now tell us a little bit about "Can You Handle This."
Well, "Can You Handle This" was it's a song that I wrote about being an independent person who is in a relationship, but can the guy really handle the independent, go after it and make it happen person that I am?
Don't it? Sound personal.
I'm just saying, and that's the kind of person I'm looking for.
They can't handle it.
The person who has their own dreams and making things happen for themselves and not putting their own dream on the shelf.
Okay.
And
not the guy sitting on the couch eating cookies.
Can't do it.
Wait on you come home, get fatter.
No. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
No, that's right.
Well, I need one of your t-shirts, but no, I need another Joy t-shirt.
I'm gonna let you get one of these too now.
I need one of those too. I like what it has to say. What was it? Pride. What was it? Stands for pride, resilience,
power, resilience, intelligence, determination, and
energy. Sounds good to me.
That's what's supported me in my entire life. So
sounds good to me. So yeah. I mean, thank God. I'm thankful for my energy.
Okay.
I'm thankful for just being able to do all the things that I have been able to do, and looking forward to an amazing 2022. It's going to be awesome. There's so many great things getting ready to happen.
Now, tell us some of the other tracks that you're gonna be releasing on this album.
Well, there's a song called "Just Do It" has been out for a while that deals with the issue of procrastination. There's a song called "Reality," another relationship song. I love songs. I'm a romantic by trade.
All right, me
too.
So
I write a lot of love songs, and I'm thinking about possibly starting another CD at some point. And
when it's in you can't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It ain't a career, it ain't work. It's what I gotta do.
It's fun. It's fun, and it's something that I am passionate about. So, after having done the first one, I was like, I didn't think I could do it again. But it's like, okay, yes, I can. There's a lot of music in me. The song, I got the music in me. And and I'm excited about being a part of organizations like Showability, which is I'm on the board of that organization, and they are working to help performing artists with disabilities get opportunities to perform and to shine, give their own light on TV. My daughter got a chance to participate as an extra on an NBC TV show that's going to air in January. I'm very excited about that.
Wow.
Yeah. So things like that, and helping families like mine enhance the quality of life for their individuals, for their loved ones with disabilities, and the caregivers who have to deal with taking care of them every day. That's what I live for. I mean, I want to make sure that they have the best lives possible. And
but explain to folks just for a second, if you can, because a lot of folks hadn't seen it up close like I have, and spend as much time with you as I have. So, but explain to her, what is it really like? Just full care for another individual all the time. And anybody got kids know it ain't always easy to deal with another person, period. But you got to deal with somebody else like this. Like, what is that like for you?
It's what I do. I mean, she's total care. So the only thing she can really do for herself is feed herself.
Wow.
I have to do everything else. And so I have to plan her life. And my goal was to have her have the best life possible. And, so all her doctor appointments, I give her a choice of clothes to wear, but, I put on the clothes, toileting, everything, bathing, everything is what I do. And so I'm very thankful because she's not medically fragile.
Okay.
She is healthy. And so, and as I age, I have to now make sure I take care of myself even more so that I can be here to continue to take care of her, because I don't like some of the options that are out here. As a journalist, and I'm always checking things about the disability community and some of the services. And there was a story on TV the other day about a young man who was in a home and who was basically starved to death.
Okay.
And he could not take care of himself. So they were not taking, and obviously his family wasn't really checking in either. I don't know the whole story, but the fact that that young man was being starved to death and nobody was checking on that just makes me insanely
Especially when your loved one can't communicate. And some of the folks in some of the places, they be mean.
There's a lot of that going on, and there's much of that, falling through the cracks. And so I'm hoping that, through the work that I do, help them shed some light on some of the things that need to be shed light on. That's what we do with Disability World TV and the Disabled Lives Matter podcast that I'm also a co-host on. So it's just really sharing information that needs to be shared about this community, all the wonderful, great things that individuals with disabilities are doing, as well as some of the issues that need to be addressed. And so that's part of everything that I do. Generating awareness about the disability community is a component of that.
Now you said, thank God that your child is not medically fragile.
Mm-hmm.
Now explain what layer does that add to it when the child does have medical issues top of this total care?
That's a lot of my friends have children that they have
you had
to be
to
in
give
the
up
hospital.
Careers and all kind of stuff.
Absolutely. I backed out of everything for quite a few years, over 10 years. Because public relations, when you're in corporate America, it's high paced. You got to move quickly. You got to travel a lot. And I couldn't do that and take care of her at the same time. Mm-hmm. And so I had to back up, and that was a sacrifice. And it wasn't until she graduated from high school that I said, okay, I can try to see what and she was 22 at the time when she graduated from high school. Mm-hmm. I could see what I can do now with what I wanted to do. And so my goal also was to help mothers like myself to not give up on their own dreams, because we had our own dreams too. And so to make sure that they see that you can do both. It is a juggling act, and you do it well.
I promise you
have to take care of yourself. Thank you. But if you believe, like you say, believe in yourself, believe in your own talent, your own gifts, and your own skills. And I want the best for my child. It's like any other parent. I want her to experience all the things the wonderful thing life has to offer. And so in order for her to do that, I have to do that for myself. So I'm trying to make sure I have the best life possible so my child can have the best life possible.
That's true though. Yeah. Because I tell folks all the time, a whole bunch of broke folk can't help nobody. We all gonna be broke.
That's a hard lesson.
Can't do it.
Somebody got to go get it.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
and this West Indian is going after me. I'm just saying. I'm a West Indian and I'm a Capricorn. Oh, you know it. I'm going after you.
I knew this about me and her hung out. I show up as a Capricorn, like myself. I showed you the natal chart stuff. Yeah. I done got deep into astrology. I'm talking. I can get in you, like for real. So, but no, I'm glad that you started to bring light to that, because a lot of folks, they don't understand, and a lot of times when you don't really put it out there and you don't really tell folks, they don't get that visual in their mind. And that's what I see really changes folks.
Yeah.
Because we take for granted. You know what I'm saying? My child got asthma and allergies. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we take for granted, every now and then she gets a cold or whatever. But when you got that just constant. And then on the other side, you got a lot of folks in this age having to take care of their parents in the same manner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm a baby boomer. So I'm no spring chicken. But I don't look at this.
Yes, you are. No, you do not.
But the point
West African name.
That's right. I've got good genes. But the point is that you have to cover every base. You have to think for them. You have to be them, and make sure that anyone who is taking care of them has been vetted. Mm-hmm. You can't just leave them with anybody. It's a process, and no matter how old they get, especially if they're not intellectually capable. And my daughter is intellectually disabled. That's just reality. She was born with cerebral palsy,
Okay.
and she could say a few words, but she really doesn't talk. Now she has great comprehension,
Okay.
but she can
Not to
communicate.
communicate.
Yeah, she can't communicate through words. You could use little devices and things like that
Yeah.
here and there. But the
Mhm.
point is that that's she depends on me and the people who my network, and that having that network, that tribe of people, the caregivers, the family, whoever it is that, and not all family can handle it. Not all family
That's
can
true.
handle dealing with changing an adult person's diaper. I mean, that's reality. And so, but you do the best you can. I thank God for the strength that He's given me. I thank God for the people that He has surrounded me with, and it's a very small crew of people, but I can depend on them. And my goal again is to help other families to maximize the potential of their loved one with intellectual or physical disabilities, whatever that potential might be, and help the families to maximize their relationships and their whatever resources that they may need. Because there's so many organizations out there, but there's still families that are falling through the cracks, and we're not even getting into the mental challenges that it sometimes brings for the caregivers. So there's so many different layers. But again, my goal is to help us all to navigate that successfully through the work that I do.
Now, tell me this, because you have been, I ain't gonna say how long, but you have been working on this for quite a while. Have you seen positive changes now that we are here in 2021 or moving into 2022?
Well,
do you see any positive changes moving forward?
But there's still so much that needs to be done. I mean, the ADA was 30 years ago when they put together those laws, but there's still so many places that are doing the basic things with regards to accessibility. So that needs to be addressed. There's so many places.
There's something that we don't talk about no more, like wheelchair ramps and handicap parking and this type of stuff.
But you'd be surprised how many places you could walk into that, they may have a ramp, but they don't have a bathroom. That the bathroom is upstairs and there's no elevator.
Wow.
So there's a lot of that going on. Hotels, or some hotels that you'd be surprised.
Wow.
Not quite ready for prime time.
It's a shame you make a bigger fight in this country out of what bathroom a man or a woman gonna walk into than whether or not somebody that's disabled got the ability to be able to use the bathroom with some type of dignity.
One of the things that we deal with, those of us who have children who are not independent, they can't walk, when you have to go to the bathroom when you're traveling and you're at the airport, some of us have to put our children on the floor. There's no place to put them to change them when they're no longer babies.
It's crazy. And I'm telling my age, but when I first had my girls, being a father, it's a serious predicament.
Yeah.
Like you gotta go to the bathroom, and it ain't nowhere to take this little girl, and I got to hold her, and it ain't cool.
I remember those. Like use the bathroom before we get on the road, and like I don't have to go. No, you have to because I can't stop.
I'm gonna tell you what's worse when it's just you and her, and you gotta go.
That's what I'm
like, bro,
you just gonna have to man up. You just got to man up and hold it.
I had some 4-hour stints. Like, oh my god,
man up and hold it.
Yeah, it's something else. And so the point is to find ways to change, make people aware of the changes that need to be done, especially in accessibility areas. And that's what we're trying to focus on through the organization that I'm on the board of, Showability, and then some of the other organizations that I'm a part of. But it's all about advocacy. It's all about just making some things happen that need to happen, and you have to fight. It just doesn't happen. You just have to continue to fight.
We will be back after this right here on the Real 1100 AM and iHeartRadio. I am KC Pride with co-host Jeff Bill and Miss Nella Joy sitting in studio with us today. We'll be right back after this.
At Align for Life, we work with attorneys across the entire metro area. We are a portal of entry provider, meaning we can ensure your client is triaged accordingly and coordinate all aspects of your client's chiropractic and medical care from start to finish, including referrals to medical doctors, specialists, and imaging. This is Dr. Fowler. Your injury clients deserve the best: transportation, extended hours, and compliance monitoring. We understand your needs. Refer your injury and accident victims right now by calling us at 404-383-1110 or visit us at yourfinespine.com.
Transportation is provided via Uber, and we are open late so your clients can come in after work.
Auto accidents, wellness care, slip and fall. We take care of it all.
So, what's the asking price on these houses?
You'd probably be more comfortable living somewhere else.
How long is the lease? Sure, you can afford to live here, but...
How about the schools?
We have twins.
This neighborhood probably wouldn't be right for your kids.
If a real estate or rental agent says anything like this, you are being discriminated against, and it is illegal. If you experience housing discrimination, go to HUD.gov/fair housing and report it. Fair housing. The law is on your side. A message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Have you been looking for a radio station that gives you sports?
I don't believe it! It's a touchdown!
Entertainment?
Are you not entertained?
And other special interest talk shows?
Well, isn't that special?
All on one app?
Yo, that's dope. What app is that?
It's the Real 1100 AM app for WWE. Grab it for free in your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
Hey y'all, it's Paris Fit, and I'm rocking with KC Pride, the host of the #1 rated business show.
And we are back right on the #1 rated business show. I'm your host, KC Pride, along with the real deal, Jeff Field, Mr. Marketology.
In the house.
I can't do all them syllables. It's 2 men. I'm from Alabama.
I know.
We gotta keep it simple. Still in studio with us, Miss Nella Joy,
also known as Norma.
You don't get
Stanley.
the clap twice.
That's okay.
But look, now it's the alter ego.
I know.
Right.
We gotta go corporate now.
That's right.
So also, during the break, we was talking a little bit, about the mastermind and all the stuff that we're doing with Rockstar, because Norma does do all our PR coaching and everything for most of our clients. One of the biggest things in PR these days, people are starting to say, I don't need that no more. I got social media and this type of stuff. Is PR still a good way, or is it still necessary for brands to get out there?
It absolutely is still necessary for brands to get out there, because the media is who's covering your stories. They're going to tell your stories, and they can tell your story sometimes better than you can. And so you cannot get past what social media does is one thing, but the traditional media, the CNNs of the world, the Essence, Black Enterprise, whatever it is,
#1 rated business.
You still want that third party credibility. If somebody else is telling your story and you're not doing it yourself, it has more credibility with the people who are listening or reading. And that's still very important.
Yeah.
That's how some of our, as I break your.
Nah, we good.
Technical. Yeah, really. That's how some of the people have become more, some people who are not as, let's put it, let me see how can I put it delicately.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah,
that
works in a way that that social media doesn't quite do. So yes, traditional media and public relations, reputation management, business marketing, community relations, all these various aspects. It's not just publicity. There's so many other aspects of PR that people need to employ when they are putting together their marketing strategies. And so that's some of the things that you need to incorporate when you're doing your marketing planning.
Well, I'm here to give you the hard question. So when it comes to actually doing your PR, how much of it is actually planned and strategic versus, hey, I just was walking down the street and I did this, and all of a sudden the journalist was there and they were like, can I do an interview with you?
No, it's all planned and strategic. No, it's planned out. I was, communication director for Arby's Inc. I was, part of Catching Public Relations. We had to, we had clients like, the Olympics, Torch Relay, all these major corporations when I was at Arby's. Those things were planned out a year in advance. In terms, we had to create things like we created.
But no, my attention span ain't but 15 seconds now. Ain't that what everybody say?
Well, once the information is out there, you may not hope. But the point is, you have to create opportunities. We did the RBI, the Runs Batted In awards were created for Arby's when Hank Aaron was alive. It was created by the PR team.
Wow.
And that generated millions of impressions.
All right, Norma. How much of a dream killer are you? How much of a there is no Santa Claus are you when you start seeing some of the press out there and people like, this is when Kanye did this, then you're like, that's so plain.
It's all plain.
It's so hard to watch TV when you do marketing and stuff. Yeah. Like when you be watching, when you do marketing, PR and branding, all this type of stuff, and you be trying to watch TV, like, bro, y'all don't see this.
Yeah, an album's about to come out, right?
Yeah.
How you know that album about to come out? Because that was so planned.
Yeah.
You know,
watch this.
All planned. Yep, we have something called a calendar that you figure out what is it trying to release or launch, and you put a plan around it, you put a campaign around it. That's how it works.
But we don't want to give away too many secrets on the air.
Yeah,
but
you know.
The biggest thing is, what is the impact of this type of stuff? Like, once this is done right, and you got that PR out there, and you start to get that media buzz, because this is a big thing of what we talk about. You know, this is how you stack your brand, and this is how you really build it and hold it out there. So what is the impact once you start to generate that media buzz? What happens?
Well, the opportunity is that, you know, more people want to buy your products and services. And that's really what it is. And again, if a CNN or, you know, a Headline News or Essence or any of these magazines, and even the smaller ones, I mean, it's not always the ones that are, you know, the traditional ones that you hear, the big ones. It's the smaller ones. There's no such thing as small media anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It just really isn't. You just have to take them all because they're all reaching.
Since Google, trust me.
That's right. Exactly.
He wants your name to come up on everything.
Exactly. So the impact is huge. Oh, yeah. And the more people who know about your products and services through radio and TV and print, the digital media, whatever the media outlets are, you want to make that happen.
And I'll tell you this, if y'all want to see an example of her work and y'all want to see the power of PR, go do a Google search on Kevin C. Pride, and then you'll see what we're talking about. I promise you. I ain't even scared to put it out there. Just go do the Kevin C. Pride search.
It helps to have a good story now. You have to have a real story, and that's what people don't seem to
unfortunately,
understand.
I had to live through it.
Yeah, you have to have a real story. And that's something we help you to do. We help you create your actual story. We help you know how to tell that story properly.
What about the cliche, all news is good news, even if it's bad news?
Yeah, well.
Ask Trump.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some people really know how to use that. That's not the kind of stuff that I do. But that is definitely, there's an art to that. To know how to manipulate the media. And that's all it is. You're manipulating the media.
Now let's kind of build this up a little bit, because now we got this buzz. Now we got this buzz. How do we get it out there, Jeff? How do we get this buzz out here? And how do we put this buzz in front of everybody and see, so they can see that we got it? Yeah. But how do we display that without looking like I'm egotistical? I'm just bragging.
Well, one of the things is you understand who your audience is and where they go. And so when you find out where they go, you then reverse engineer the type of communication that actual publication has. Woo! And once you start writing it in a way that they like, and you built their relationship and they want to put it out, then you get in front of your audience the way you want. But you can't tell the message if you don't know the audience. You know, I mean, most people come out and they tell the message based on, this is who I am. You know, like me, this is who I am. And
look at me, do what I'm doing.
Yeah,
look
so
at
they
me,
just come
do what
out
I'm
there
doing.
and they say, you know, I'm gonna be unapologetic. But then you're around a bunch of sensitive people. You know, so you got to understand that. And then once you do that, yeah, then you get with the person that's good with crafting messages, and that person can craft the message, like you said, Norma, better than you can.
Exactly.
Because you might say it, you know, I trust. You know, we've talked to some people behind the scenes, and it's like, that's not the same person. They can't complete sentences. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That is not the same person.
And the message has to be crafted in the way that the media is going to receive it. I've seen some things that supposedly are supposed to be news releases that is like, what the what?
Yeah.
This is not news. This is not something. All they're going to do is throw that in the garbage.
Exactly.
But a lot of people don't know most PR people started off as journalists. So we already know what journalists are looking for in terms of the message and the story. It has to be a real story.
Yeah.
Now, I'm glad you said that, so we can kind of go back to something we talked about in the beginning. You know, authenticity. That is such a big thing this day and age. Folks is tired of fake. How do you get the real out there through PR when you already know, I gotta somewhat kind of stage this, but I need to keep it true to this person, or this is how we need to promote this person's story? Like, how does that realness meet the system?
I mean, you the same way. I mean, it's still packaging. You have to know the person that you're dealing with.
Okay.
And you have to know how far they're going to go. Some people, they don't care. They'll do anything and say anything. And you still have to manage that, because it can, you know, come back and bite them in the butt.
Yes.
I told them, don't be out that line, bro.
Yeah.
You can get found out.
Yes,
we know fake. We know fakers and phonies.
But see, especially with social media tying into PR, you know, like you were saying earlier, you know, people say, well, I'm doing just social media. It's actually, they both tie in together.
Yes, they do.
It's an extension now.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, I know we're in the age where, you know, the earned media and the clicks and all those kind of things, but there still has to be a reputation management component. If somebody goes viral and says something negative about your company or service, the PR people have to step in and fix that.
Oh man. And
they have to fix that.
Yes,
yeah.
It don't take but one good allegation on you, bro, these days.
Yeah.
Reputation management, it costs so much more to fix somebody than it is to just keep them on the right track.
I be trying to tell folks, they come to us and they be like, well, how can I hide this? How can I hide this? You can't hide nothing on the internet. If it's out there, bro, somebody can find it.
That's right.
I don't care who I call and get them to delete what. We can pull it back up. It's called a Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
You pull up anything you want to.
Yeah. You just got to figure out how to spin it. I mean,
people have to be aware too, again, of how they are presenting themselves. PR is about image.
Oh, yeah.
And your personal image, you can't separate it from your professional image.
Details.
There's so many people who are posting things and looks of themselves on Facebook and their social media. That's like, first of all, your employer is gonna see that, and you're probably gonna get fired.
You supposed to be this straight up, just square person all during the day. You all turned up on
I'm the vice president, but I'm up here twerking on TikTok.
Yeah, it's just amazing. It's like you cannot
all
separate
the
it. You cannot. Today, you have to be very. There's so many times I know for myself that something I've read that just incenses me that I want to put something on Twitter. I can't do it.
Hey,
you can do it.
I can't do it because as a business person, as a professional, I know that this can come back and bite me. Clients may see that and say, well, I don't appreciate that. And no, you have to think professionally and consequentially about what you might be posting.
That's so true. There's been some shows that I haven't been on just because of that. They're like, we want you on the show. We want your opinion. Y'all don't want my opinion, because if I tell you what I really feel professionally, that might not be the right light to put out there.
You have to be very you have to coach yourself as to what to say.
What do y'all think? Because we got a few more minutes, but what do y'all think in this day and age about this whole new thing? Everybody want to take a stand. Everybody got an opinion, and there's a company and we need to have an opinion and we need to stand against this and this type of stuff. But the way I look at it, I like all green money. And I ain't trying to piss nobody off nowhere. But a lot of these companies, they all right, we're gonna side with this person, we're gonna side with this. You saw Twitter, they sided with the Democratic Party to get rid of Trump, but 75 million people voted for him.
Don't get me started on that conversation.
And Twitter numbers are starting to dump.
Let's not go
but
there.
no,
look, she on the PR, she like that.
We ain't talking about Trump though. We're doing this from a different
That's
perspective.
not the topic.
It's from a different perspective. It's the thing of Twitter actually took a hit for doing what they did to Trump.
Yes,
because he really did blow Twitter up. Let's be honest. Nobody wasn't paying no attention.
But look at it this
what negative stuff.
Yeah, it was negative.
But also look at it this way
money
too.
It's also money because they sell
all
ads.
money is not good money.
You've got to understand your position too as a fish.
Okay.
If you're a whale, you can take that hit and still survive. If you're a small fish, a guppy, you can't do it. Like Facebook. Facebook was all pro-Trump till Trump started falling.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden they just disavowed. They were like, hey, we had nothing to do with that.
I don't mess with Zuckerberg anyway.
But what I'm saying is they were big enough of a fish that people kind of forgot and was like, oh, okay, well, we just gonna do this. Well, let's put it like this, y'all. Meta is more than just Meta's rebranding. And branding with pride. Talk about it.
They better call me. I saw them how to do it right.
Rebranding. But I mean, when you do have to understand that depending on how big you are and how much resources you have, your opinion can basically destroy you.
Oh yeah.
If you don't have a way to,
there's a whole bunch of folks jumped on that Trump wagon, got destroyed.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of folks jumped on that wagon.
Keep biting it. Keep biting it.
But companies do need to understand who their customers are.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And depending on the company, there are a lot of us who are
But no,
spend a lot of money.
If y'all don't hear it, I don't know how many more times we can say it. Everybody on the show done said it, I don't know how many times. Know your customer. Know your audience.
And these
know
companies who are
you
taking stands, they know their customers.
Yeah.
So they're taking their stands.
Yep. And it's so amazing how many companies don't. And they say, well, we're big enough. There's a lot of companies that have gone by the wayside because they took a stand and then all of a sudden it blew up and they thought their audience was going to back them and their audience just, just moved away.
It has to be an authentic stand too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't play with it. I mean,
some issues, I don't care where you stand. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, we were talking about on Monday, when we were talking about sexual harassment. I got daughters. I don't play that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I stand on the side of women on that one.
Yeah.
But some of these type of things, don't really matter.
But
I ain't finna get in it and mess up my business for y'all.
But the best song is You Gotta Know When to Hold Them.
Know when to fold them. That's right.
Know when to walk away, brother.
That's right. That's true words were never spoken. That's so true.
Now, no, just I mean, Miss Stanley.
Yeah. Just alter ego. Come on now.
Nella Joy is my alter ego.
Come on now.
But if anybody wants to support you, your show, everything that you're doing, you know, this is your time. Just get it all out there. Let everybody know because they're asking.
I hope you guys come out to Spice House Restaurant Lounge on December 30th. Just text me. And I can let you get you in there. 678-508-3744. Just text me. And also just go to normastanley.com to learn more about me. I'm singer. Is that Twitter? Singer Nella Joy, because I can't keep up with all the stuff, social media stuff. And on Facebook is Norma Stanley and Nella Joy. So check me out. And that's Nella spelled NELLA-JOI.
All right.
And be real professional with y'all's texts. Don't text her no
I was finna tell her.
I was about to tell her, get you another number for
the last
texts.
time I gave out my phone, telephone to text me. I got an old drunk white lady at about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Named Brenda texting me some nasty stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Be professional with y'all's texts, y'all.
Lord have mercy. It has been another episode of the No More Rated Business Show. We won't be here this Friday.
No.
Oh, no.
We got a party.
Oh, brother, we got a holiday extravaganza. Awesome. December 17th on 17th Street. Just look for the lights. I promise you we're going to tear it up.
And I'm bringing the eggnog.
Woo! And some rum punch, and we will be back on Monday. Thank God. We out.